There are some new images for Dune 2021, and in particular, we got a new official poster and some looks at the merchandise for Denis Villeneuve's science fiction epic. In this video, I'm going to be discussing these new images, along with giving my own thoughts towards whether the marketing campaign so far is actually any good. Before I get into it though, if you want to see much more videos on Dune leading up to its release date, then don't forget to support this video by giving it a like rating, subscribing to the channel, and just turning on your notifications. Also, feel free to check me out on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, and Instagram at Cortex Videos, which is all listed in the description below. But without further ado, let's discuss the newest photos and looks at Dune. So the official poster for Dune was released a few days ago, and it's quite different from the IMAX poster we saw a few weeks back. This new theatrical poster isn't as good or stylish as the one we got before, and it contains the somewhat traditional head collage of characters with a handful of separate screenshots combined. Now, while this isn't exactly poster art, as a piece of marketing, this new Dune poster is exactly what it needs to be. To put it more simply, the film offers up plenty of empty space to suggest a sense of scale and scope, with the bluish sky engulfing the piercing orange sand. But the main thing it highlights is the film's biggest asset, and this is namely its stacked all-star cast. You've got a cast roll call above with 13 names listed, and 8 of those actors get faces on the poster. Right now, we haven't got an exact idea of how much general audiences know about Frank Herbert's Dune, but there may be an audience for a big-scale fantasy adventure featuring well-known actors. And alongside the main stars getting a position on the latest poster, you also get a full body shot of Paul Atreides looking serious and contemplative, along with the release date and the in theaters and on HBO Max confirmation at the bottom. Again, it's not the best poster in terms of its artwork, but it is intended to turn the disinterested or unaware audience types, rather than continue to build the audience and fans that are already really excited. It primarily sells the scope, the scale, the diversity of its core cast, and the sheer number of known actors making up its initial roll call. It's a reverse to the IMAX poster that I personally really love, but I can understand why they went in that direction. The IMAX one is striking in a theatre environment where the theatrical sheets are much bigger to advertise that, and it really acts as a great initial teaser poster. But the latest one is, like I say, calling to the people who aren't as attached to the film as much as most of the people watching this video, or to be more specific, the core fans. They also followed this route with the second trailer, making it more suitable for general audiences while retaining looks at all the cast and the heady science fiction concepts. It's going to be intriguing to see how this will develop in the marketing as we get closer to the release of the film, but right now, this poster is doing its job in selling what can be sold well. It's no secret that I'm concerned about Dune not doing well at the box office, with it namely being an expensive adaptation of a cult sci-fi property. Audiences don't generally show up for new adaptations as much as they did even a decade ago, so the idea of a never-before-seen fantasy world is only part of the sale. But Warner Brothers is selling Dune via its many movie stars and the implicit promise of a big-scale adventure. I still think that the studio selling it as this year's Lord of the Rings or Star Wars is the best shot for commercial success. And before you say Dune is not Star Wars, I'm not talking about the quality or content of the film, I'm specifically talking about the marketing itself. Dune, in my opinion, has the content to be way more compelling than Star Wars, and it was one of the original inspirations for it. But by marketing the film as that next big property like Star Wars, then this is a page that you can take out of that book. But nonetheless, WB has just over 2 months to convince people who don't know or care about Dune to show up in theatres. And right now, the best way to sell an unknown property is to highlight what is known, and in this case, the actors and actresses appearing on screen. So it is a step in the right direction, but they need to do much more. With it being my most anticipated film of the year, loving the source material and the filmmaker, I'm hoping that Dune doesn't become the next John Carter or even Blade Runner 2049. Hopefully, all ranges of audiences will want to get involved with a film that has the potential to be as impressive as Dune's material is. But moving on from the poster, the merchandise that has also been revealed this week is a step in the right direction too. We got our first full look at the sandworm for Dune with authentic bookend images from Dark Horse. These are fantastic and really show the detail that has gone into the design of the sandworms. Denis Villeneuve has previously said that he and his team spent an entire year working on the design and appearance in the film, and these bookends really show that to a great degree. We know that the sandworms will most likely not be in the film for more than 4 or 5 scenes, but their presence is massive in the Dune saga, and this merch really does sell them as an iconic feature of the story. The scene I did see of the sandworm in IMAX was fantastic, and I can't wait for even more tie-ins on them with the merchandise. But alongside the extended look at the sandworms, we also got some other merchandise which was revealed this week too. We got new designs on mugs, mousepads and backpacks, along with the previously revealed character posters on t-shirts. There was also some cool looking designs on travel mugs, coffee mugs and another t-shirt with new artwork. So all of this is great to see, as most big franchises need this kind of marketing to spread the word and create tie-ins that make the fans happy too. This is the stuff that most of us want to see and expected, so I'm glad we have got some cool merchandise coming out. All of these products and designs will be available down below in the description if you're thinking of buying any, or if you want to see a greater look at the images themselves. But overall, I'm sure we'll get many other projects and merchandise for Dune over the coming months, and I will definitely be buying a lot of it myself. But they were all the latest details surrounding the new poster and merchandise for Denis Villeneuve's Dune. Now, while I think it's great that we are finally seeing the marketing begin for this new adaptation of Frank Herbert's world, it will be interesting to see if it all pays off to some degree later this year. As I said, a Dune film releasing in the pandemic will of course not do as well as it potentially could have, but hopefully the studio and the filmmaker can pull in some decent numbers to warrant a sequel. We'll have to see, but it will of course be interesting to watch how it performs regardless. I think the film will be incredible in terms of quality, and for it to gross anywhere over $400 million worldwide, I think that would be considered a success for the film. It would be able to gain a profit over time with those numbers, and it would mean a sequel would be coming later down the line too. But let's hope that this marketing at least helps the film in that regard. Let me know down below in the comment section what you personally think towards the marketing, alongside your own thoughts on the poster and merchandise that we seem to be getting for the film. For more videos surrounding Dune leading up to its release this year, then subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Also, if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like rating and follow me on social media via the links in the description. I will be continuing to cover news and topics for Dune whenever new information comes out, alongside episodes of my Road to Dune series later next week, so look out for all of these uploads. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Cortex, and as always, make some noise.